Welcome everyone to the sit down presented by Visa. My name is Mackenzie Barwell with One Soccer, and today I am so excited to be joined by AFC Toronto's Kaylee Hunter. Kaylee, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
I was just joking with you off camera that the media must have been kind of on you these past couple weeks, eh?
Yeah, it has been. I'm getting more used to it now, but yeah, it's definitely been a jump from a few years
Yeah,
ago.
the experience is good. The reps are important, right?
Yes, of course.
Um, there's a few things I want to get into today. Obviously, you're only 17, but you've really turned heads, of course, in League One and now in the Northern Super League with AFC Toronto. And you kind of stole the show last year with the Interprovincial Championship, and that's a big thing that we'll get into today. But just to start, I'd like to rewind and go back to the beginning. Can you just explain how you've gotten to this point, maybe starting with your transition into League One?
Of course. So, yeah, I'm from Calgary. Was born and raised in Calgary, grew up there, and I didn't start getting involved with League One until I was 15 years old, and I was actually a part of the League One Alberta first exhibition season, I think it was called, and I played for the Calgary Blizzard. And yeah, so I did half a season there, and then I made the jump to Vancouver, and I moved to League One BC to play for the Vancouver Whitecaps residency program. So that was a bit of a jump. I was moving away from home at such a young age, but I was up for it. That was a sacrifice I was willing to make to pursue my career. So yeah, I moved to Vancouver. I got involved with the Whitecaps. It was a really good season. We ended up winning that year. I was unable to play in the interprovincials because of actually U17 Canada. But then yeah, so they won, and then last year I also played with them in League One BC, and we had a really successful season again. Won interprovincials, and then qualified for the CONCACAF Women's Champions Cup.
Yeah, and playing against Christine St. Clair too, hey? That's
Yeah, it was
crazy.
amazing.
I guess the U17 national experience, not the worst excuse to have not to compete in the provincials that year, right?
Yeah, definitely not. But it was hard to sit on the sidelines and watch the team. But of course,
Totally.
we won, and
Totally.
that's all that matters.
What was it like moving to Vancouver at such a young age? You said it was a huge adjustment, but what were sort of your thoughts when you found out, okay, this is the move I'm going to make?
I think for me, it was like before I moved, there was like a few years where Vancouver wanted me to go out, but me and my family decided that it was too early and I was too young. So we were just kind of waiting for the right time. I come of a family with three older brothers, so it was a big jump moving to Vancouver where I'd live in a billet with no family with me, kind of just like being alone in the house. So going from a busy household to just kind of being alone for most of the time. So it was a big jump. But the girls, the team made it super easy for me going to school with them and then training with them after. I was always had friends around me, so that was really easy. But I mean, to play soccer, that's sometimes the sacrifice you got to make, and I was willing to do that. And like it's worked out for me so far. So
Three brothers going to none of them? I can't. That's a crazy transition. I'm not going to lie.
yeah, it was a big jump. Still love them, talk to them all the time, FaceTime, text.
Yeah,
So
of course,
we're
yeah.
still very connected.
Let's talk about just your experience in League One as a whole, because clearly it's made an impact on you, whether it's, the coaches that you've had or just the experience you've had with the level of play and quality of this league. How do you think it shaped you as a player?
I think for me, when I first moved to Vancouver, I was the youngest on the team as well. So we were a young team in general, the Whitecaps Academy. So playing against collegiate players and like just kind of older, experienced players, it was definitely difficult. But I think we stuck together. We were a resilient group. And for me personally, I once I kind of got into the environment and I started just kind of doing the things I do, scoring, making moves, assisting, that kind of thing. I kind of just fell into a rhythm and I just like gained more confidence. So I think for me, it was really important to be in that environment and it really built me up as a player and I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for my pathway with League One.
Mhm. And kudos to you because I feel like you've been in this position a lot, being the youngest player on the team, right? Even with AFC, I'm pretty sure that's the case too.
Yes, I am the youngest by quite a few years.
I mean, it's paying off. It's a little added motivation, it looks like at least.
It is.
Looking at this interprovincial championship, at the time, of course, you were able to play in it. You won twice back to back the Whitecaps, and then obviously being the MVP of the tournament last year. What was your experience like, and how unique do you feel this competition is?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that MVP, I was super, super honored to get that. It wouldn't have been possible without my team. It was a tough tournament. was actually pretty cool. I got to play against Blizzard League 1, so my old team that I used to play for. So that was a really cool
Yes.
full circle moment. But yeah, I mean, this level, this league, it's been super, super good. I think it's building a pathway for Canadians to go from youth level to semi pro and now the NSL is here, so to a professional level. What they're building is really, really good, and it's just going to only make Canada soccer more popular and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, my experience has been really good. It's really shaped me to be the player I am today. And yeah, I mean, of course, winning 2 titles has been amazing and something that I'll never forget.
Just a cherry on top, right?
Yeah.
When you found out that this interprovincial championship was going to be a thing, I believe the first year was 2022. Did you have any expectations, or did you remember your reaction when you found out there was going to be an additional incentive to obviously win the league?
I think once we won League 1 BC, we there like the first year League 1 BC was a thing and they won. There wasn't an interprovincial to like kind of crown like the whole Canadian championship, like national sort of thing. So the year that I was first there, I think it was really cool and it kind of just made everyone more competitive to like get that winning spot to win the trophy. And then yeah, getting to play against teams from Ontario and Quebec, it was a really cool experience. Kind of get all the players around the country together and just kind of just battle out to see who the best is. So yeah, it was a really amazing opportunity. And yeah, like I said before, we came out on the top both times. So
Well, speaking of, competing with players around the country, now you've got this new exciting opportunity with AFC. I think a lot of people were expecting you probably to stay out west, but then you made the choice to go in the opposite direction. So what went into that decision, and how happy are you that you made it?
I mean, for me, I don't think I could have imagined starting my career anywhere else but here. So far, it's been absolutely amazing. I think I love Vancouver. Vancouver has done so much for me, developing me. A beautiful city, but I don't know. I was just looking for a bit of a change, a new challenge, new coaching, and
Yeah.
sort of things like that. And yeah, just getting a taste of a new city. I've never really traveled out east past, I don't know, let's say Saskatchewan before this. So it's it's been a good jump, and I mean, yeah, just get a taste of something new. And as soon as I got here, Toronto AFC, it's just been everything I could dream of. The coaching staff, the players, really good environment, chemistry, and all like that. So yeah, I'm in a good place right now, and I'm super happy with the decision that I made.
That's awesome. And you talked about earlier the different stages now that are just in this women's landscape in Canadian soccer. And of course, the NSL being at the top. A lot of those players, of course, come from different League Ones across the country. So, what is the dynamic like amongst those players when you kind of see a familiar face and you both came from the same place?
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I think AFC, like my team, we have like 4 or 5 players that have just alone
Crazy,
played
yeah.
in the League 1, at whether that's Ontario and me and Alberta and BC. But I mean, it's amazing to see. Like I said before, it's kind of like the pathway from youth to semi-pro and to the professional level now. So it's amazing to see. I have lots of teammates that have played League 1 and it's developed them as well. But then also getting to play against the other NSL teams who also have League 1 players. I think it's just really a testament to all that Canada has built with their soccer clubs and like building it up through the ranks by using League 1 to get players to the highest level. So what they've done has been really, really amazing. And I just can't wait to see what they keep doing. And I'm super honored to be a part of it.
Looking at your season with AFC in 2025, of course, you're right in there in the Golden Boot race. I believe just three down from the leader with 7 goals on the season, which is incredible. And we'll talk about your goal celebrations later because I'm not going to let you escape that conversation. But of course, just a great season thus far with AFC as a whole. So, has this kind of been a surreal year for you? And how would you describe these past couple months?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a dream come true. I didn't really imagine my first year as a professional would go like this, but yeah, super happy with how it's been going. I mean, coming into it, I was, like I've said, the youngest player on my team by quite a few years. But that doesn't change my mentality or anything at all. Every day, come to training, try to get better. The team's made it super easy for me, the coaching staff, and yeah, I mean, once I'm all on the field, just try to put my best foot forward all the time, do make moves, score goals, make assists, celebrate, just kind of have fun with it because if I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have fun with the game every day. So, yeah, super happy with how the season's been going. Every day just try to get better and there's still 11 games left this season, so it's 11 more games for me to try to score goals, get that golden boot.
That's the mentality that got you to this point. So I don't
Yeah.
see how that would fail you now. Kaylee, I think you're a prime example, and I'm sure others are in the league as well, of how important, the interprovincial championship is in terms of the exposure and platform that it provides
Mhm.
players in League One. When you look at that opportunity, and this is something that I spoke to the head coach of Altitude about as well, and just yeah, the ability to rise to the occasion. What would you give? What kind of advice, sorry, would you give players going into this competition and sort of wanting to impress?
I think just from me, I think just to love the process and love what you do every single day. You're not gonna if you go to work every day and you don't like enjoy it, you're not gonna like continue wanting to do that. So I mean, you just love the game, trust your process. Everyone's timing is different. Just keep working, work hard all the time. And yeah, that's just what's gonna take you far. Don't try to be anyone you're not. Just do what makes you special, and that's what's like I said, gonna take you far.
I love that. And I think, you talking about just enjoying the game and that making you and that sort of manifesting on the field, that is so clear in the goal celebrations. And I know that this has been brought up with you multiple times, but I am going to personally thank you for the Coldplay celebration. I don't know how that came to your mind or like when you decided, okay, this is the one. But when you saw that viral clip, did you just tell your teammate, like, we're going to do this, basically?
Yeah, so Coldplay was actually in Toronto like a few weeks ago, and I went with a few of my buddies.
Oh, did you
Spent way
go?
too much money, but it's okay. It was so worth it.
Worth it,
Um,
worth it.
but yeah, I mean, just trying to get laughs, get people engaged, and then it actually wasn't me who came up with the idea. It was the girl I went with on my team, Colby. But yeah, I mean, once we
Nice.
kind of saw it and we saw it going viral, we're like, this should just like it's gonna be funny. Let's make people laugh. So we actually did it when we were in Vancouver. It was an away game, but we still made people in the crowd laugh. So it was pretty cool. Yeah,
That's when you know. That's when you know the celebration's good when the away fans are like, okay,
yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, it brought lots of smiles to like me and my friends' faces and stuff. So super happy with that.
dude, it was on TSN. I think it brought like a lot of smiles to a lot of different faces. I look forward to seeing more of those.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we got a few others coming. We've been thinking of a few.
I'm steaming, bro. I can see the wheels turning. I can see them turning. Thank you so much, Kelly, for your time, and best of luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you so much for having me.